Hi, my name is Wyler
I'm Julien Nisenbaum.
and this is our final project for Colloquium. For our service learning project, we decided to volunteer at the FGCU Food Forest.
Okay, so the reason why we chose the FGCU Food Forest was for 3 reasons. The first reason was we both dream about having a garden in the back of our home when we're older. We want to promote sustainability in our local community, and I myself as a student needed something close by because I do not have a car. So the FGCU Food Forest was definitely an interesting opportunity to take up.
My current finance internship at Northwestern Mutual has shown me the importance of interacting with other people while working towards a common goal. For me at my internship, that goal is to give our clients the knowledge and help they need so that they can reach their goal of retirement and financial security. At the Food Forest, we are assigned tasks, and each group has to accomplish that task with an overall goal in mind, which is to maintain and keep the food forest growing in a sustainable way. I also wanted to make sure whatever service I did was outside because I sit inside for my job and love the outdoors. I also was a Boy Scout up in New York, so knew most of the local plants up there, but wanted to learn more about what native plants are edible down here in Florida.
Okay, so the reason why I chose the Food Forest was because I was able to form a relationship with my major, which is accounting. One of the big things in accounting is that you have to be able to work with other people. You have to be able to do teamwork. You have to be able to perform tasks. And no matter who you're working with, you have to accept that diversity. And that's what the Food Forest has helped me do through volunteering for them. Another connection that I was able to form with the Food Forest was back in high school. I was part of the Fort Lauderdale High School Environmental Club, and we did similar things. We planted, we recycled, we collected trash, we took off the aluminum caps off cans. We did a whole bunch of things, and when volunteering for the Food Forest, that brought back a lot of memories, and made me think about how it really is nice to be able to help out the environment in any way that Wyler and I can.
According to the FGCU Food Forest website, their mission statement is that the FGCU Food Forest works to advance the mission of the university through offering unique and innovative educational and service learning opportunities for students, alumni, staff, faculty, and community members through enhancing awareness of sustainable food production and whole food nutrition. Furthermore, the Food Forest seeks to elevate the environmental sustainability of the institution through providing organic fruits and vegetables to campus and Southwest Florida communities. Ultimately, through engaging the hands, hearts, and minds of students, alumni, staff, faculty, and the community members, the Food Forest will offer a space for the cultivation of lifelong learning and for a commitment to sustainable food and living practices. The purpose of this garden is to provide the student body with the opportunity to learn about different types of edible and useful species from all over the world that can be grown here in Southwest Florida.
The FGCU Food Forest promotes sustainability by encouraging our community to grow and reproduce food naturally. Everything is grown naturally by students, for students, with no pesticides, which provides organic fruits and vegetables to our campus and surrounding community of Southwest Florida. The Food Forest promotes and is a great example of permaculture, which is a regenerative and self-maintained agricultural system modeled around the local natural ecosystem. Permaculture is the most sustainable type of agriculture. The Food Forest promotes sustainability by growing a very diverse selection of plants and trees so that if one plant's growth was inhibited by something, the other species would be able to survive.
When volunteering for the Food Forest, everyone was constantly reminded of each plant species name, whether or not you could instantly eat it, and easy ways to identify the plants. Some plants were very similar to others, but our leaders showed us how to tell them apart.
The FGCU Food Forest is a student organization that anyone is able to join and meets twice a week. The days are Monday from 4 to 6 p.m. and Thursdays from 3 to 5 p.m. At these club meetings, everyone is able to learn about permaculture, why it is so successful, and ways they can help sustain the food forest. One example of something I was fortunate enough to learn about is the importance of mulch. The main reason why people fail at planting is because they don't incorporate using mulch. Mulch is so important because it prevents the soil compaction, it keeps your soil moist, and it reduces evaporation from the soil surface. The food forest leaders were constantly teaching us ecological literacy and telling us the names of all the plants and whether they are perennial or annual type plants.
The Food Forest did a great job promoting certain people's sense of place. When going to the Food Forest tour after a long day's work, Arlo, one of the main guys in charge of the student organization, mentioned how there were some students from South America who felt like they were back home when looking at some plants. Supposedly, one girl started crying when she saw a native African plant and was reminded of her childhood back home in Africa.
When reflecting on my experience at Fort Lauderdale High School, I realized that the food forest isn't just something that I do because I'm obligated to do it, or that it's something because it's close by, or that it's something to say that I did, but it's something that has a significant meaning to it, rather than just planting seeds in the ground.
Right.
When providing research to back up the food forest's cause, we have found that the main reason the food forest is able to house some special tropical plants that normally would be able to survive in our normal climate is due to all the agricultural engineering that went into the design and creation. A prime example of the engineering that went into the food forest development is the huge clumps of bamboo at the north side that act as a windbreak. The bamboo acts as a barrier that pushes all of the cold north winds up and over the forest, keeping it at a warmer temperature than during the colder winter months.
So you might be asking yourself why the Food Forest thinks permaculture is the most sustainable type of agricultural. Well, Mr. Norden Greenblatt stated that it's the most promising approach to dealing with malnutrition and diseases with orphans and other vulnerable children in developing countries. He stated how dietary diversity is the key to improving nutrition, and growing their own food is a great way for them to do it.
The way the food forest connected with the natural world is that the food forest promotes permaculture, the most advanced and sustainable type of agriculture. We also needed to work with nature by helping the food forest grow and thrive. It taught us how to plant trees and plants to ensure their survival and ways to use plant waste as a growing instrument rather than just disposing of it. Our time working with the food forest was a great way to connect with nature, learn about how to grow and use it, and of course, ways to make it sustainable.
So you might be asking yourself, how did the Food Forest help us connect with the natural world? Well, it gave both of us a great reason and excuse to be outside all day and enjoy the great Florida weather. It helped me understand the issue that normal farming can cause if not done correctly, and reasons why volunteering there helps the local community. It showed us techniques we can use to grow food in the natural environment and examples of what great foods we can grow here. After volunteering, we both agreed that we gained a new understanding and appreciation for the natural environment, also creating another new sense of place for us.
My legacy is to treat and use the planet in a sustainable way. Volunteering at the food forest gave me the opportunity to gather a greater understanding of ways to promote sustainability and use one plant to help grow another. I feel that my legacy, my duty, has grown to incorporate the natural environment more now because of the hands-on experience working and learning about ways to maintain it.
The legacy I want to leave on Earth after I'm gone is that I was able to make an actual difference when it comes to sustaining a healthy fishery here in Southwest Florida. Although my project dealt with maintaining the off-water natural environment, it strengthened my passion towards helping sustain the local plants and trees. I realized how easy having a garden can be, and I want to have a beautiful one at my house that I can say I started and maintained. That is what we are doing here at the FGCU Food Forest. Everyone is helping to maintain what we made so that one day we can come back to visit the school and we can enter the food forest and say we actually helped create and sustain this awesome place.
Some of the main points we learned in Colloquium this semester was how to identify our sense of place and building some ecological literacy about the natural environment. We now understand how the food forest has such a large contribution to FGCU's mission of having a sustainable campus.
During class, we both visited ECHO, where we learned about ways to grow food in different climates and different settings. While there, I was able to answer a few questions that the tour guide asked because of things I previously learned while volunteering at the food forest. I learned all about the moringa tree at the food forest, and when the guide at ECHO asked if anyone knew what the tree was, I was easily able to identify it and even told him some facts about it. He was amazed by what I already knew, and I told him that I learned it at the food forest at FGCU.
We really enjoyed doing our project and the time we spent helping out the FGCU Food Forest.
We'll be finishing the rest of our required service hours at the food forest so that we can keep making a difference and learning about permaculture so that the food forest will always thrive.
We recommend this project to any and all future Colloquium students.
Thanks for a great semester.
Thank you.